In the South China Sea, a tiny shoal has become the center of a storm. Steel hulls scrape, ships ram, and tempers flare. But behind the spray and shouts lies a dangerous truth. This is no fishing dispute. This is a test of power. And America is about to be tested. Just 124 miles off the Philippine coast sits Scarborough Shoal, a ring of reefs and rocks barely visible above water at high tide. To the untrained eye, it's nothing but sand and coral. But in the great game of geopolitics, it's a fortress without walls and a prize worth fighting for. Here, the Philippines claims ancient fishing rights. China claims history, a sweeping 9-dash line covering almost the entire sea. International law, The Hague ruled in Manila's favor in 2016, but Beijing rejected the verdict, building up its coast guard and shadowing every Philippine vessel that dares approach. In August 2025, the standoff boiled over. A Chinese Coast Guard ship collided with a Philippine resupply vessel, sending shockwaves through Manila's political halls. For President Marcos Jr., this was not just a maritime incident, it was a direct challenge to sovereignty. And the Allies noticed. Within days, Australia launched its largest overseas military drill of the year, Exercise Elan 25, with troops, warships, and aircraft converging in Philippine waters. Not far behind, U.S. Marines arrived, and in quiet back rooms, Washington and Manila began discussing something that could shift the balance entirely: missiles. The Philippines is bound to America by a 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, an agreement that says an attack on one is an attack on both. For decades, it lay dormant, but now it could become a tripwire. The plan on the table: deploy long-range anti-ship missiles like NMESIS along the Philippine coast, weapons capable of striking any hostile vessel in minutes. To Beijing, that's provocation. To Manila, it's survival. From Beijing's point of view, Scarborough Shoal is Chinese territory and foreign warships are trespassers. Chinese media call the drills dangerous militarization, warning that alliances are dragging Asia into conflict. But there's another calculation at work. If China backs down here, it risks undermining its claim over the entire South China Sea. For Xi Jinping, this is about more than rocks and reefs. It's about prestige, legitimacy, and the unshakable image of Chinese power. For the United States, the stakes are twofold. First, economics. 1/3 of the world's trade passes through the South China Sea. Block those lanes, and markets will shudder from Los Angeles to New York. Second, credibility. If America fails to stand by a treaty ally now, every partner in Asia, from Tokyo to Taipei, will wonder if the US can be counted on when it matters most. From here, the path is uncertain. A low-escalation path sees tense standoffs but no shots fired. A medium escalation could mean another collision or even warning shots, pulling U.S. forces into direct escort missions. But the high-escalation scenario is one Washington fears most: a shooting war between two nuclear-armed powers, sparked by a reef barely larger than a football field. Scarborough Shoal may be small, but small places have started big wars before. In these waters, history whispers, and the waves carry the sound of boots, steel, and gunfire that could change the Pacific forever.